What the fuck are you doing?
I'm so sorry. That was aimed right at your face.
Do you know anything about this hoof pick?
Yeah, it's Ginger's. He had it made in Mate.
Any idea where I might find this Ginger?
Well, that's the thing.
What?
Oh,
Look, I know how he looks. But Ginger is a fine fellow. I don't believe he had anything to do with the attack.
Where could he have fled to?
I might know. But you gotta promise me one thing. When you find him, listen to what he has to say before judging.
You have my word.
Sometimes the charcoal burners come to see him. He gets on well with them. I think that's where he's gone.
And where is that?
No idea. They've always kept to themselves, you know, charcoal burners.
But the forest is full of folk like that. They could be anywhere.
Aye, except these
charcoal
ones
burners a
won't be
race
far.
of people?
If you follow the stream from the stud farm towards Rate,
Seems
you'll
like a
come across
weird
one of their camps.
stereotype situation.
Only what?
Ginger didn't go that way, though. He always went by the big road, through the woods in the direction of Ujits.
But how can I find them?
Hey, shits.
There's always smoke when
Hey,
you work.
shits.
You'll smell them before you see them. And they need to be near water. There's that too.
So if I go through the woods along running water, I'll find them.
Exactly. Farewell.
That narrows it down a lot. Go into the woods, find a creek.
My respects to you. Good luck to you.
I don't know if I want to involve other people yet. South. So where the fuck is my horse? Pebbles. I think that's just better than this, even though this is like in shit condition. All of my shit is dirty. Chickens. riding around on the horse, I guess. Pardon. That seems steep. Hello?
God be with you.
Have you seen Ginger around here?
Who?
A boy with ginger hair, a stable boy from Neuhof.
No one from Neuhof's been here. Farewell.
I don't think I believe you.
What do you want? I've got a lot on my hands here. God be with you.
Could you help me?
Depends what you want, doesn't it?
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. They say he ran away and joined up with some charcoal burners he used to hang around with sometimes.
Sorry, there's never been a lad called Ginger around here. You have to try somewhere else.
A murder's been committed at Neuhof, and that boy likely knows who did it. It's vital I find him.
There's been murder aplenty in these parts of late, but that Ginger lad really hasn't been here.
There'll be a lot less murdering going on once I bring those bastards to justice, so how about helping me out?
Calm down, lad, for the love of God. There's been no one like the boy you want round here. But then again, there are other charcoal burners. Try them. You might want to hurry. You're not the first to be asking about him, and the others weren't exactly a noble-looking bunch, although they were generous with their silver.
They didn't happen to say what they wanted him for?
No, but they definitely didn't look like they wanted to invite him to a feast.
Do you have any idea where else he could have gone?
You said he was friends with the charcoal burners? Well, you'll definitely find some in the forest between Neuhof and Ujetz. There's good spots around there.
But that forest is huge. I could spend weeks searching.
Then follow the river. That's how you found us, isn't it? Where there's charcoal burners, there's always water nearby.
I wonder what the correlation is with that.
I'll go and ask somewhere else.
May the Lord watch over you.
God, horse.
Yeah.
Still just reminds me of Medal of Honor Frontline in particular.
Yeah.
Not even edit.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody's been clearing trees around here, but I'm still not even at it. Guessing you're not burners. Oh, the horse can jump. That's cool. Oh my god. Don't know what that was about. What is that? Oh, it's a tree stump. Really? Possibly. Or is it a logging camp? Hello, hello. What's all this then?
Good day to you. What do you need?
I'm searching for a stable boy from Neuhof. They call him Ginger.
I know him, right enough. But I don't know where he is now.
He's run away from the stud farm. I have to find him.
Well, he's definitely not here. Try the other charcoal burners camp downstream. Maybe he's there.
May the Lord watch over you.
Are you being squirrely with me?
What do you want? I've got a lot on my arms here. Good health to you.
I'm looking for...
I'm looking for a ginger.
There's a few questions I need to ask him.
Well, you'll have to go somewhere else to find him. He doesn't come here much.
I really must speak with him. A murder was committed at the stud farm, and that boy probably knows who did it. I have to get him to talk.
And you think he had a hand in it?
Hard to say. He ran away, but on the other hand, it seems he stabbed one of the attackers.
Well, when you put it like that, it's clearly urgent business. I do know him. Not personally, but I've seen him around. He's friends with the charcoal burners down by Townburg. I know he hangs around with the twins there.
Downstream by Talmberg. Somewhere by the castle.
If you follow the river to the west, you're bound to run into them. Oh, one more thing.
Yes?
Some other men have been around asking about him, but they weren't as convincing as you. I'll be with you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm fucked. I'm extra fucked. My fucking lord. I don't know how far that set me back. Fucking bastards.
Damn it all.
My god. It set me back a lot. Oh, that's strange. Come on.
Good day to you.
Could you help me?
Depends what you...
I'm looking for Ginger.
Sorry.
A murder's been...
There's been...
There'll be a lot less.
Calm down. You might...
They didn't have...
No.
All right.
Farewell.
I still have some questions. Do you have any idea that forest is...
Then follow...
All right. I'll go.
Good luck to you.
That was odd.
A good day to you.
Yeah.
I'm looking for...
I know it.
There's a few questions.
Well, you...
I really must speak.
And you think he...
Hard to say.
Well,
Downstream, but...
if you thought...
Yes?
Some other man. May the Lord watch over you.
Have to get ambushed by fucking Kurds again. Or Cumans. I don't know why I want to call them Kurds. They were right there last time. Random chance and I got unlucky, I guess. Where is he? Gone. Brian, you guys are all named.
God be with you.
I'm looking for a stable boy from the stud farm. I've heard he's hiding with some charcoal burners.
I don't know anything about that. No one ever comes here, what with the smoke and all.
I see, but
They say it makes their clothes reek. Don't know why they're complaining. The resin will stiffen the cloth and make it stronger.
Are you just weird?
The Lord watch over you.
God be with you.
do you know where I can find Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof?
Why don't you try Neuhof?
He was there,
Bitch.
but now everyone says he's hiding with some charcoal burner friends of his.
Ah. Well, I can't help you there. I've heard nothing about it. Or him. Farewell.
Y'all are lying.
Shh. Come here. I know something.
Do you?
Good health to you, sir.
You know something about Ginger?
I might have heard something, and if you share a bit of silver with me, I might share what I know.
I'm investigating a crime, not bartering for a chicken.
Well then, I'm sure you've got some silver on you. Just give it to me, and it'll be a done deal.
And what if I bashed your face in and had you dragged off to the stocks in Ratai?
No need for that. All I wanted was a bit of silver, and instead I get the whip.
Spit it out, will you?
Well, fine. I've heard that they're hiding him in some remote cottage at the edge of the forest on the way to Ujibs.
That didn't hurt too much now, did it?
God be with you.
You sack of fuck. Did not update the marker.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof.
Then why don't you look for him at the stud farm?
He was there, but now they say he's hiding amongst some charcoal burners.
And where did you hear that? Anyhow.
And where will I find him then?
When you travel upstream, you're sure to run into more charcoal burners.
Well then, I'll go and ask.
Good luck. Farewell.
Did it not? Thought he gave me a description of where to go.
Huh?
My respects to you.
So where's Ginger? I know you're hiding him, and I'm not leaving till I get an answer.
Who told you that?
One of the charcoal burners here. I don't know what he's called. He was quite sure about it.
You don't want to believe everything you hear. That's a load of horse shit.
Really? Well, we can find out easily enough. From what I hear, you bring him food every day, so all I have to do is wait for one of you to leave and follow him, right?
Oh, fuck it. The damage is done. What do you want then?
I want to find Ginger and ask him about that raid.
But Ginger ain't safe as long as those two cutthroats are lurking around. So, if you want to talk to him, better deal with them first. Unless you're one of the gang too.
Do it look like them?
Alright, I'll deal with them. And then you'll tell me where you've got Ginger hidden, right?
Right. You get rid of them, and I'll tell you.
So where can I find these bandits?
I'm not sure exactly. There's lots of places to hide around here. But they came and went over the bridge, so I reckon they must be somewhere between here and our neighbours.
That's a lot of woods to comb through.
Not all that much. There's a path around there somewhere leading to an abandoned camp.
Good luck to you.
That path, I guess, maybe? Oh man. Son of a...
You're weak at the knee. Yeah!
Oh my god. This is... What the fuck are you supposed to do about that? Also, it just reset me again. It's not even like the quest thing, it's just a random fucking bunch of people that just run up and spam attacks at you while you can't defend yourself. Also, yet another game that has dogs for enemies. Yeah, random chance encounter that fucking immediately killed me. Very good.
Goddamn!
Bastard. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Didn't I shoot one of you? Is that the other time?
Be too safe. I suppose. Let's just find him. Yes. Is someone there?
No.
There you are, you knave. Now you call that combat? Oh. Oh.
Are you going to cry now?
What the fuck is... Oh. Spammy shit is getting really annoying. Oh good. I have to do it all over again. Also, yeah, making the fucking lock-on camera immediately kill you the second anything happens is real fun. And why the first time were there like 4 dudes over here and a dog? Like... Now there's nobody.
What's going on there? Who's there? What's going on?
Did that arrow even go?
You're dead. Is that the best you can do? I'm gonna enjoy this.
Stop. Jesus Christ.
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
I can't even look at him. Like...
You call that combat?
Is that all you've got?
I don't understand how to switch targets when there's more than one person. Like, they just get to tear me apart because the lock-on thing is fucking freaking out the entire time. Toggle between them. Yeah, my ass. I did that and it did nothing. Was he crouched that time?
So it was you, you son of a bitch. You call that combat? You're dead.
Hmm.
What's the matter? Come on.
I'm blocking and he just not doing anything. Bullshit.
Oh. Oh.
All kinds of fucked up. Where'd your fucking sword go? That guy even had like 2 arrows in him and he didn't give a shit. Oh, I'm picky now. My horse not even there anymore. You're real pissed if that's the case. It seems like it is. Where the fuck did my horse go? That's not normal. You are not a normal horse. You are a demon of some kind. Peter, the horse is here.
Huh? No. Clear off. Let me sleep.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Just gotta lay it all out.
You don't have to worry about those bandits anymore. I've dealt with them.
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to Ujits until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled, though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help.
Farewell.
Yeah.
Fucking Ujits is. They keep saying that over and over again like I'm supposed to know. Accident.
It's not my fault.
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time. And now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light. It was too late. They went past, and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight, and I started to sneak away. But then...
Then the slaughtering started.
Slaughtering?
Yes. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough. But then all the killing started, and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. And he ran off with the others. I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from Ujits came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still...
There was nothing you could do. That's all. Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
And now tell me exactly. And don't. You don't have to. What else?
Nothing.
I've heard everything I need to.
Wait! What about me?
Perhaps
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really?
Out of the
That's
way.
great, but...
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think of...
I could go and ask them if it's important to you.
Would you? You'll definitely have their respect, the way you took care of those cutthroats.
Radzig's horse here.
I found Ginger. He begged me to ask if he can return, man.
Why should I take him back? It might be his fault I had to bury my husband.
What?
Why else would he flee but guilt? The men said they didn't see him in bed. He didn't have a clean conscience because he gave those murderers a signal.
That's not true. He fled because one of the attackers recognised him and Ginger was afraid he'd come back and kill him.
Those are just excuses. He wouldn't dare come back.
But they came back the very same day. If he hadn't run, they'd have killed him and everyone else.
But why would they do that?
Why not? They'd already murdered several people. Why not a few more?
And now I'm supposed to take him back? What if they come back for him and kill one of my daughters in the process?
The cutthroats who were after him have been taken care of. And the rest have no reason to return here.
And what about for revenge? I can't take him back.
I understand your concerns, but you just need to ask Sir Hanish to leave you a guard. Those bandits might be willing to take on a few stable boys, but not an armed soldier.
I'd definitely feel better if someone was here a few days to keep watch.
It can be arranged. I'm sure Sir Bernard won't object.
Good then. Let the lad come back again. Goodbye.
All the way fucking back. Hey, dog. Can't just... Oh, fuck. Well...
Excuse me, may I? My respects to you.
Where are you going?
To Ushitz. I have to see the bailiff.
I'm a little lost myself, actually. Give me a moment to look around and figure out where we are.
Thanks. Good luck to you.
It's... I think is north. From what they were telling me.
Where are you going?
To Ushitz.
Go north, through the woods.
Ah, thank you very much. Goodbye.
I hope that's right. Otherwise, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be some kind of warning or just like ambient noise. Really?
Yeah. You can return home. It was hard work to convince them, so please don't get into trouble when you go back.
Thank you. I'd like to give you something, but I've got nothing except if you're ever traveling by way of Neuhof, stop by and I'll show you something with the horses.
That could mean a lot of anything, but okay.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy and...
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
That
I
is
had
true.
to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzik, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks. Because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear. Now, let's hear.
Alright, that's fair, I guess.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. If you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Any chance of some work here, Captain?
It all depends on what you're ready to... I'm sure you've noticed the roads... Sir Hanush has declared quite a reward.
So what do you think I should do about them?
We know about one of their encampments. I don't really mind how you deal with them. Anyway, the leaders generally wear spurs. In any case, bring...
Very well.
Wait. In addition, Sir Hanush has offered a reward for every bandit who's killed.
Very well. That sounds amusing.
Well, as for amusement, I'd entertain myself by being there.
God bless you. What troubles you?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bern had already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
One of the Neuhof stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognized one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. And the rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Ujits. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at Merhaya to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir. Why choose Merhaya?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I don't think I do.
I have some news about the...
Good.
The trail leads to Ujits.
I see.
That's all I found out.
All right. Good luck to you.
Wait, I need to talk to you.
Yeah. Hey, wait a moment.
Oh. Or not.
Yeah.
One of those circumstances where if you talk to him, you get arrested for something. I thought it was a person. Tavern or something. You guys don't have any kind of armor or blacksmith or something? Pretty sure all my shit's pretty well busted.
What's going on out there? What? Show yourself!
Oh.
Mother of God! You look like you've been assaulted.
Have been.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
That'll be Lubosh. Gallows bait if ever I saw one. His place is at the end of the village next to the stream. Take him and welcome.
God bless.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I never.
Nope. This is a problem. I've been galloping.
Yeah.
That worked. What's going on here? Limpy Lubosh.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
You're saying that word completely different now.
Around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Bloody hell.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
You alright?
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Laying him down in his sleep or something like that?
I want to learn to read. Who should I go and see?
There's a retired scribe in Auschwitz. He could teach you.
Bloody hell. That is crazy.
An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how to read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning. But who? And a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day. Nothing unusual. An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how to read. Looks like... What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything?
Alright. What are you doing in here?
Jesus Christ. Your clothes. Were you assaulted? Damn bandits. May they burn in hell.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Ma'am, why are you in the same building?
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
That's all. Thank you.
Take care.
Actually genuinely mystified why you're in the same building as this, like, horrible, like, situation going on over here, but I guess you do you.
Good day to you. God be with you.
It's locked. Oh, I was at the right building. Sir?
Good day to you.
I'd like to learn to read.
At this time of day? Are you right in the head? Come back tomorrow morning.
You know, that's fair.
The horses, all slaughtered.
Poor Zora. God bless her.
Indeed. It must be awful for her.
Yeah, I'm sure she was the one that had the most problems with that scenario,
And the
not
stables
any of the
burned
people
down
who
too?
died. Stables raided. Woman most affected. I go past it. The desolation. Oh, thank you for the follow. My night's been alright. Appreciate it.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Can I sleep here?
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
Just the one night?
Sure, but let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
Just 2 coins to sleep. That's not bad.
Here you go.
Blind
You're
playthrough,
like
it just
it,
means I haven't played it
sleeping
before.
on a cloud
Like, I
it
don't
is.
really know anything about it. It's like first time playthrough.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings. God be with you.
Coming.
I don't know why I tried to punch that. Guessing this is what he meant. Sleep till about morning, I guess. I'm a little bit past that. This is a little bit deeper into the story. I actually had to redo that hunt because I didn't realize that you had to have all the hair meat on you when you went to tally up there at the end. It was all just in that chest that was at that camp. That was like a good, I don't know, hour and a half or so just doing that. Need the... Counts the shield as a weapon. That's an interesting choice. I gotta go to the scribe. Yeah. I still need to probably invest some time in making that savior schnapps thing. I think you need to learn how to make it with alchemy or something like that. You know, I didn't mean to drop that. I meant to eat it. Ugh. Oh god. Thought I was trapped.
I feel quite hungry.
Yeah, that's what the apple's for. Even though it's kind of shit. Drinking is its own skill branch. I did not know that, actually. That is pretty funny. I guess it is a skill to some degree. The scribe's still grumpy in the morning. Whoa! Oh. Excuse me. Oh, I'm trespassing, I'm sorry. Very late start to a morning for a scribe, I feel like.
My respects to you.
I've come to ask if you'd be willing to teach me to read.
Why, it would be my pleasure. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy.
400
We'll need
hours
plenty
feels
of
like a lot,
time
but
and
I
a
could
few
see somebody
cautions. My
playing
trouble.
a long time on a game like this, just from what I played so far.
Alright. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though. and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start. No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart.
I guess a reading montage. Yeah.
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on.
I can definitely see that.
So, let's see.
I picked it up on a Steam sale.
There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've
I've
worked
had
your
it
way
in my
through.
library for a long time without playing it. Oh god. It's like dyslexia out the ass. A countryman going to the nest of his goose found there an egg all yellow and glittering. When he took it up, it was as heavy as lead and he was going to throw it away. It's actually difficult for my brain to figure this out. Because he thought a trick had been played upon him, he took it home. On second thoughts, and Sue found to his delight that it was an egg of pure gold. Now it's the goose that laid the golden egg. Every morning the same thing occurred, and he soon became rich by selling his eggs. As he grew rich, he grew greedy, and thinking to get at once all the gold the goose could give, he killed it and opened it only to find nothing. Okay, yeah. And I saw trailers for the sequel coming out, and my wife wanted to play that one together at some point whenever it comes out. So I've started playing this one just to get a feel for it. I think they gave it away for free on like the PlayStation thing, but I'm gonna have to check that. Because we might sit down and like play it on the couch together or something. I've read the book.
Read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like
No,
I
not
told
co-op.
you, books are valuable.
She watches
And the
me play
words that you
games.
place in them ought to be no less so.
It's a thing we started doing a few years ago.
Yes, you
Like,
have the foundation. Remember, my boy.
she'll
the
get
pen is
invested in like
mightier
the
than
story
a
of a game or something like that.
fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder.
It'd be really cool if a
Many
game like
books
this
are
was
written in
co-op. But
Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
it depends on the game. Sometimes mine gets bored. Is it this table? Or this one? I'm trying to think. I think the first one she really started watching me was the 2018 God of War. That's when she really started paying attention, and that's one of her favorite games now. It's one of my favorite games too. I started a playthrough of it on here a little bit ago, but I need to get back to it at some point. I have no fucking idea. Splurmendicit? Sure. Yeah, I've played that one a lot. Played it through several times. Where the fuck did they go? Hello? just left me in here. I don't believe there's a chance in hell I could have got anything off that.
Hey.
Sir? Would you just go out for a smoke break or something?
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
Oh, fuck, they want you to... Yeah, there's too many English words in some of these.
Nullus est liber tam malus, ut non alique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before.
My dude, that was a guess.
Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
I'm sure you are. Reading. Books are cheaper. Nice. I don't know, man. I think that's probably better. Yeah, I basically just did that one, like I said, because there was way more English words in some of those responses than should have been. I guess that's the buff I get from the burger thing. Then I think the body of that dude had something written above it. Figure out how to get back there. Which I don't know that I can. Yeah, I have no idea where that fucking building is. I do remember it being downhill. Just don't know if it was all the way down here. Yeah, I've been in a couple of fights recently, so like my armor is pretty well shredded. Just kind of between things right now. So I was gonna stop somewhere and try to get stuff repaired. I don't think it's gone for good. I think it just doesn't reduce damage or anything anymore, and like I think there's also a charisma system in the game where if you're wearing like damaged or broken equipment, it affects how people treat you and stuff like that. I think anyway. I'm not 100% sure on that. Where the flippity fuck is this? The whole point of me learning to read is because that guy had a word written above his head where he died.
Could do with a bite to eat.
It's true. I don't know if I have anything on the horse. I don't think I do. Oh, no, I have a bunch of dried shit. Bit of the jerky. The noises are so moist. Let's see. Came into town from there, I think. Terraced all the way down here. I want to say it has to be one of these buildings down here, but it didn't look familiar. Sorry about that. A lot of people have been commenting that I look like I've been assaulted. It's like, yes I have, as a matter of fact. Very astute of you to notice. I've been severely bludgeoned and stabbed. So yeah, I think I went down that guy's little, like, terraced thing. Definitely one of these, like, little farming plots that I went down. Did I go across the bridge? I didn't go that far because I didn't explore that. Oh. Horse? You good? We might be in some trouble. Nope. God actual damn it. I don't know why they don't have it marked out. If you, don't mind me asking, how'd you find the channel? I try to ask that of anybody who's not an obvious bot or something. Yeah, I found the body in his house. I just can't remember where the house is. Because I went to learn to read because he has a word written above his body. But, now I don't know where to fucking go back to get that. And none of this looks familiar because it's stylized. So I went all the way down here and I asked somebody. And they told me he was on the other end of town, so I came back down this way. I remember going downhill. But I don't remember going back uphill.
Yeah.
Maybe I did, and I'm just not good at remembering things like that. Ah, okay. Blind. That's surely not the building. No, this is it. I was thinking about it the other way around. Yep, there's the blood. Hey, buddy.
Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
That is unique. Somebody who knows how to write and they know their Bible references. They're calling him a traitor with that. Walking Dead. I think I watched like one episode of it, but I never got heavily invested in it because about the time I started paying attention to it, it started getting a bad reputation for like being played out. Like they just kept extending things and the writing was getting weaker or whatever is everything I've heard. Oh, horse shit in the road. What's up?
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof.
Yeah, that's fair.
To be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child. All sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently.
Well, I don't think
like
this
Lubosh
body
don't know
was
what to do
burned.
about it, and
I think he was
sometimes they
like
do
bludgeoned and then
That's really
like
not a lot of
gutted.
help to me, Father.
But yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
and then they then crucified him.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
So vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the
I was
sanctity
about to say, yeah, if he won't tell me, it's because he confessed.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
Can't hurt him now. I really don't want to threaten the guy. And my charisma is shit for this.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we
Gee,
talk
thanks.
it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
May the Lord watch over you.
Alright. I guess in the meantime I could go to the trader. See if he had, like, anything he wanted to pay me for. Because I don't see a tailor to, like, fix my stuff here yet. Seems like kind of just a very... It's hard to say that word. Rural area. Is the trader. there to my right. It's in this building.
Come right up. Fresh cabbage, carrots, onions, radishes. Everything
Radishes?
you need for a proper soup.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of getting people loose with a bit of ale or mead or whatever. I still have those. What's up?
Good day to you. What do you need? May the Lord watch over you.
Pay me much for that, but you know. I don't know if I still need that. I gave it to you as part of the story, but I never even end up using it. I think that's actually better than this. Just don't have the stats for it yet. Might as well sell it anyway. What I understand, that's a pretty common one to run into. And Knight's hunting sword. Not as good slash damage as the one I'm using. It's like essentially the same. But ew, queef. Shoes am I wearing now? I think I'm wearing like silent shoes or something. Yeah. A silver ring. I don't need that bow anymore. Bows, plural. Need that. That one's broken anyway. Desolation testing. Thank you for the follow. I didn't even see anybody else in viewers. That's cool. I appreciate it. But to say, I thought I had one. Is Desolation testing a alternate account of yours? Or is that an actual different person? It's just weird to me that you both have Desolation in your name. Yeah. I just activated the goal as like a thing, I guess. I want to get to 50 for affiliate, just cause I want to try to give streaming a shot. I know it's not exactly a likely thing to do good with anymore, just cause the market is super saturated, but why not? Okay, it is an alt. Gotcha. I appreciate it still, though. Operation Broken Arrow. I'll go ahead and get rid of the bludgeon, too. What's shield doing? I'm surprised the condition's doing as well as it is. Yeah, I've been posting my VODs on YouTube, and then I occasionally do like just an edited recording, or every once in a while I'll do a TikTok or a YouTube short. My last one I was playing Marvel Rivals, and I actually got like 3,200 views on it or something like that, which was kind of crazy to me, but bandages probably would be good. I used quite a few of those recently. Quality arrow, huh?
Let's have a word about the price.
Sure.
I think comments-wise, there were probably 11. I think 2 of those were me, but I don't think I got any subscribers or anything from it.
Here. And something for your trouble.
My word. Thank you kindly.
If you're interested, they are linked on my channel down below, I'm pretty sure. All my socials and whatnot. I'm gonna put that on. It's not great, but it's better than a broken shirt, I guess. Yeah, legit, I think that gives me more defense than the broken gambeson or whatever I had.
Garlic that will cure all ailments, and onions that will make you cry when you cut them, and cry for joy when you taste them.
His cadence on that is so odd. Need to... I don't know why these are separated. Torch. That's 2 torches. Or not. There we go. Yeah, that was a good moment while I was playing Iron Man that one time. Sometimes you don't get to have those good moments. I got chased around the map by a pretty determined Spider-Man one time that made it so it was very hard to play the game. Meet the parish priest in the tavern at evening. Guess he means right here. I haven't even found a trough or whatever recently to, like, just dunk my head in and wash off. Does the church have one that I don't know about? Not a whole lot of places to sit down in this church. I don't know if that's typical or not. Polite and close the door. Alright, so he wants to meet in the evening. Nice. I've never actually played Fortnite. Just never been something I'm into. I'm not really into, like, hugely competitive games most of the time. Rivals was kind of an abnormality for me. Is it technically evening?
One L, please.
There.
Alright, fine.
Coming right up.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
His voice actor's delivery is a little odd.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here. We'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
The best of health.
Yeah, it seems like the better way to do it.
It was terrible.
Just kind of like relax.
It seemed so pointless.
Tankard of ale for me.
We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovno. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
His actor just stands out to me because he's like the worst sounding one. Like everybody else has been like either pretty good, like Henry, or like just okay for the most part, but his is like the most like deadpan reading from a script so far that I've heard.
The horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarreled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, Here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this
That felt
confessional seal.
like a skip.
Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it, somebody talking like that specifically every time would be that enthralling to listen to. I mean, he is making excuses, but I don't know if I'm getting anywhere with this.
You're just making excuses. The people who say the church is corrupt are right. You don't care about anyone, only your own comfort.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Really sorry. You've no idea how wrong you are.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
I realize my stream is kind of like framey right now, and I don't know if that's because it's like having issues or what. Maybe it's fine. I don't know.
With a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth. And they shamelessly
It's like they told him to
profit from
sound more
everything.
angry, but it's
You
not
wanna
like coming
baptize a
across
child?
very well.
Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Aight.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
It's getting very aggressive. I don't know why that would be a surprising thing to preach against. That sounds right to me, but...
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
Alright, there, he said it. Game over. He does not, as a matter of fact.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
I think that was like
Certainly a wise
2
man.
or 3.
A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
I mean, I think in those times they could find a reason to do pretty much anything to anybody.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
I've reached a new level in drinking. That's some interesting music I didn't expect to hear. I can't tell if that's Polish or German. I'm gonna go with probably Polish. Like how I'm still covered in blood and shit.
Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then.
It would be rude
Everyone
to
knows
wake
the
up to
only
that
one around
particular
here
song.
Who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
He's getting yeeted. Oh, right into the stone steps, too.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
I don't know if I should. I guess I will, regardless.
Bring it.
Ah, fuck.
Take that.
Shit. What's the matter?
Is that all you got?
I think I was getting progressively more drunk.
I'd love to. And Henry too, I'm sure.
I think I'm a little drunk.
Godwin, are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin, you're a buffoon.
Everything's at a significant angle. Definitely been there once or twice.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
No. Bailiff's gonna come beat your ass again if you start ringing that at night.
This is wonderful.
Bloody hell.
It's disgusting.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Phrasing?
old goat.
Come here. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
The priest has mounted up.
I feel like this might be against Twitch terms of service just a tad. Don't know that I can cover everything. But we're gonna sit here for a minute. Are y'all good? What in the actual fucking hell? I don't know if that's kosher to show or not, but
I have to say that was a fine evening.
that was not a fine evening. Surprised Henry's not puking his guts up too. I appreciate that.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, fucking hell.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something.
In fact, you're a preacher?
What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Mass! Oh, shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help
I don't
you.
think they excommunicate you over something like that.
You can do the sermon
That's a
for me.
pretty severe punishment from what I understand.
So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of
that
Master
definitely
Jan,
doesn't seem
who's
kosher.
You heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not.
That is true.
It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
So that's all it took, huh? For you to be in a little bit of trouble?
Well, all right. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know.
This guy's something else.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
I probably need to put on clothes. I mean, all I have is like armor, but the most heavily armed sermon anyone's ever attended. Oh my god. Cancels the effect of a Lazarus potion. Dispel hangover effects. Should probably do that. And save. I don't know if it's actually working or not, because I'm still a little off kilter.
We have to start.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm still just actually actively, like, incredibly drunk.
Never show up. The swill dog.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait. Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
He didn't have anything left to throw up, I would imagine.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Just had the thought of him throwing up in the communion cup.
In sanctas,
That would be horrible.
At venerabiles, a manus suas.
Oh.
Hac facite in meam commemorationem.
Yeah, hi. I don't...
Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade...
I'm pretty sure as a preacher you're not supposed to lie.
stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, my middle one is not good.
Greetings, brothers and sisters in Christ. I am here to tell you about Mother Church and to show you through my words how she is falling into decay and abandon, how the once great mother of all Christians is...
Got my Nightbot thing.
Merchants in the temple. But I am digressing.
Boy has a cheek.
Creation has given to every man the power by which he might rule the whole world. But that power does not give him the right to rule.
Yeah.
That right belongs to God alone.
I feel like I picked the wrong thing there.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, enemies,
Like some
injustice,
flailing
hunger and
arms.
chaos, failed harvests, fires, floods, and other catastrophes. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame. Shame upon them.
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. And when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He, whose companions were poor travellers, simple folk, prostitutes and troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
No, brothers and sisters. Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things.
That sounds about right.
And it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
Little random peanut gallery.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too
Still
would ascend
flailing
to
his
heaven?
arms.
And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek
Wacky
mammon
waving,
and the
inflatable
idle
arm
comforts
flailing
of
preacher.
lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Oi! All honor to Godwin! Let him drink like one of us!
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
All of the bullshit that I absolutely did not hear in Prague.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, Dapples.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
Glad
silver
he came
tongue.
here. Don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague. Told it nicely.
I mean, if I didn't have my one level up skill, I don't think I would have gotten as many of those speech checks. So I don't think I would have been able to do that.
I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that.
They really
So
like
he
that
fell
word
out
in this
from the
game.
gang and fled.
Cronies.
Fell out. Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhoff.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Crony snack.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest.
I could see somebody munching on a box of cronies.
And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
All right. Down Riki. I mean, I feel like... Oh, I'm still wobbly. I feel like I should report back to the dudes. Neuhoff. But I don't even know if they're still there. Do need to just, like, get my armor and crap fixed, though, so... Alright. I'm probably gonna call it a night soon myself, too, but, thanks for showing up and the follows. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a pleasant evening and a good rest. Have a good night.
What else, you, sir?
Durability is a separate stat. I gotcha. God, 1200.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Have a look at these cucumbers.
5, 3, 4.
Good day to you. Farewell.
The hell armor is expensive. Shaped cow head. Boosh. Diet. I feel like I should get that just because. Amazon gloves. Armor. Oof. I don't have that much.
Let's have a word about the price.
Sure. Why not?
I do not want to pay that much.
Since it's you.
That's not enough. Finally, a reasonable sum. May the Lord watch over.
Let's have a word about the price.
Why not?
What about this?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Fair enough.
Very well, I agree.
Cucumbers, lovely cucumbers, asparagus and prunes.
Asparagus and prunes, eh?
Good to see you, neighbor.
God bless you.
Wait. Surely you should have a grindstone. I don't know if this is doing it right or not. Like it made it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God be with you.
Have you got a bed for the night?
All right. For how long?
Just the one.
Sure.
Here you go.
You'll like it here. Farewell.
Yep. Why did they make these stairs impossible to get up? What the hell?
Where do I go to?
On the upper floor of the inn. There's steps up to it outside. The second door. God be with you.
Yeah.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Good morning. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Really need to repair my stuff.
Yeah.
Today to put a smile on your face.
Good day to you. Take care now.
I paid 90. I don't have that.
Let's talk about the price.
Aye.
Can I do half that?
Tough luck.
Fuck. I guess you sell those repair kits for an exorbitant amount.
Take care now.
Yep. The tailor does not work today.
galaxy for the...
Oh no. I feel like none of these are good. Stand here in the public square and read for 8 hours. Totally normal.
You all know what happened there. Help your neighbor.
Definitely don't like being Talberg. Damn. Yeah, alright. Is that an unexplored place? But sure. Okay, that makes sense.
Good day to you.
I feel quite hungry.
God be with you. God bless.
Bacon. Hanks my energy, but
Good luck then.
Can we do something about the...
Naturally.
Since it's you.
I'd almost shake on that. Almost. Aye, for that amount, I can be persuaded.
It'll be Olden.